Botolph awoke from a terrifying nightmare. His stomach was churning and his mind was unclear. He dreamt of a great serpent that sprung from the sea, raining a deluge of water and great terror. In his dream, the Noranili ran and tried to flee. For the Lord and his word they didn't want to heed. Botolph awoke his wife and told her what he saw. She laughed at him, telling him to go back to sleep. But Botolph wasn't a fool, and heeded the law, for he didn't want to enter the beast's great maw. He spoke to the wise men about the Lord's message, begging them to take heed and to quickly withdraw. But the wise men mocked him and became aggressive, and so they were doomed to receive the Lord's message. Botolph wept, for he knew that they were to be drowned, their nation destroyed and turned to utter wreckage. A week went by, and then the raindrops hit the ground, beginning slightly at first, then making great sound, rolling upon the earth and raising all water. The wise men were shocked, and their terror was profound. Yet Botolph heeded the Lord, the Divine Father, for he respected him and his word he would honor. He fled into the mountains with his wife and child, choosing to save them by becoming a pauper. Upon Botolph and his family, the Lord did smile, blessing them with grace, for his word he didn't defile. Noranil was destroyed and its people did die, falling to darkness, for their sins weren't reconciled. Botolph could hear their wailing from the mountain high. He knew the Noranili entered the bleak night. Upon his knees he prayed to the Lord they be saved, and that they wouldn't receive damnation outright. But Noranil laughed, and the Lord's message they waved away, mocking the Lord's word, for they were depraved. The Lord was sincere in what he told his people, and would bring upon them wrath, for they disobeyed. Botolph's wife ran from safety, for she was feeble, to save Noranil from the rains that were lethal. She wanted to go back to her beloved city, for she didn't see how they had become evil. She was crushed by a tree, for she, too, was guilty. Botolph wept, and thought that it was a great pity, but he knew that this was all the will of the Lord, that the Noranili died for perversity. When the rains ceased, Botolph and son left, went towards a new land, and for their faith would get a reward. They'd be the founders of a new nation and soul, and to the Lord their hearts they'd graciously accord. Botolph's son met a woman, and they were made whole, accepting the Lord to let their hearts be consoled. They raised a family and planted the Lord's seed, receiving the Lord's blessing to achieve his goal.